Hello and welcome to Man Cave. I'm your host, Eli Lundy. Today I will be joined by
Matthew Perchik
and my other guest,
Mason Yanover.
Today we will be discussing three things. First, is LeVar Ball helping or hurting Lonzo Ball in his career? Second, the best NBA moves this offseason. And third, NFL teams on the rise. Let's start with, is LeVar Ball helping or hurting? Opening statements.
definitely hurting. I mean, LeVar Ball, when Lonzo was at UCLA, LeVar Ball would not keep his mouth shut. I mean, first with I'm better than Jordan. Now he said they basically lost to Kentucky because white people are slow. I mean, he's just crazy, and it's really bad for NBA teams, not just Lonzo, but NBA teams. I know a lot of NBA teams don't even want Lonzo because of LeVar.
Yeah.
So definitely hurt.
Yeah, I think he helps him in some ways. Like, he's now a household name because of LeVar. But most people that a bunch of people that don't really care about the NBA, they won't know who Markelle Fultz is, and he is the number one pick, but they'll know who Lonzo is
Because of his dad
Because of
and
his dad.
social media.
Social
Just
media, but,
ranting and ranting and ranting
Yeah,
and
but
ranting.
I think he hurts them way more than he helps. He gives them a bad image. He gives all his kids a bad image. Like, we don't actually know. We just assume that that Lonzo's like his dad, and that they're all just like a bunch of jerks.
They don't
And-
know any better because that's like his dad.
And actually, I think a lot of people, they don't think Lonzo is as good because his dad hypes him up so much that they're just sick of him. So I think he's ruining.
So both of you are hurting Lonzo.
Yeah.
Well, and one more thing, I feel like he's turned Lonzo into a person who's in the NBA. All he cares about is his money and the brand and everything.
And,
he's not
just
not just about the game.
Fame.
Yeah.
Fame, basically.
Like LeBron James turned down an Adidas contract for
So he's
$2
about the
million
fame, not
when
the
he was in
game.
high school and super poor. But he turned it down, and that's yeah. Okay, so now the next segment.
Okay, that was a good segment. Next segment. What is the top few NBA moves that a team has made for which part, if it's like a free agency or trade or something, which part of that was helped the most and why?
I would say I would go with two. First, I would agree with the Thunder when
Yeah,
they picked up
totally.
Paul George because that wasn't as
Trade.
much
It
as
was
he
the
could go
worst trade
for.
ever, and I'm a Pacers fan,
Yeah.
so it was awful.
It was terrible for the Pacers.
Victor Oladipo and DeMontis Sabonis, and also they actually ended up making money. The Thunder, the Pacers, lost money giving away Paul George.
And they made the Thunder. I believe made money.
Lose money. No, they didn't. They just didn't lose any money.
And I would also go with the Nets and the Lakers trade because
Well, whose side are you on?
I would say the Brooklyn Nets got the better end of it.
No, I think the Lakers did. 'Cause
Yeah,
they got a great center, and they got rid of the awful contract.
Yeah, I'm with Mason because they got a veteran who can help teach their young players, but also Timothy Mozgov was a huge waste of money, and they dumped his salary. Yes, D'Angelo Russell kind of hurts, but it cleared the way for Lonzo Ball.
D'Angelo Russell, once he's groomed, he could be really good. He has a bunch of raw talent, but I don't think he's that good right now. Okay, so should we move on?
Yeah.
Because I agree that the
What about
Thunder
your
was.
moves?
Oh yeah. I think either Portland Trailblazers getting Harry Giles at number 20. I think, because he was amazing at Duke. I think he's 6'11", 240. He's a power forward. I think he's unstoppable, and I think he's going to be really good in the NBA. So I think that's a great draft steal.
And
And
free
then the
agency
Thunder
or trade.
I think the Thunder trade was the best.
Okay, so I'm hearing from both of you that you think the Thunder trade was good for the Thunder and horrible for the Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next, NFL teams who you think that will
We'll make the playoffs that didn't make the playoffs.
yes,
last year.
NFL
Or just
teams
get
on the
better.
rise.
Yeah, just
Okay,
get better.
my number one is I mean, they should have made the playoffs last year, but the Bucks. Okay,
Definitely.
They have their entire receiving core is stacked. Jameis Winston, I think, is going to be really good. I think they still have Doug Martin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's on and off, but I think he might have a good year this year. So I think the Bucs and their defense is underrated, but it's pretty good. And then my second team is the Colts. Even though I am a huge Colts fan, they had an amazing draft and they picked up a bunch of solid defensive players. Like, in the draft they got Malik Hooker and Quincy Wilson, and they picked up Jonathan Hankins, Jabal Sheard, Barkevius Mingo. So I think the Colts are going to do really well, and Andrew Luck's going to have a great year. Same with T.Y. Hilton. So
See, I don't know if that's bias or just true, but they did
both.
have a good draft.
And I 100% agree. I think that the Bucs will improve a lot. I think they're just going to build around, as you said, the receivers and Jameis, and just go from there.
Yeah.
And they'll end up
Okay,
good.
underdog. Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, they have a great young core. As long as Blake Bortles consistently gets better year to year to year to year. I mean, he's very
terrible.
he's inconsistent.
Blake Bortles is terrible.
Yeah, but
one of the worst
Gus
quarterbacks.
Bradley is a good coach.
No, he's
And
not.
they have the right staff to improve Blake Bortles.
If anything,
and I
in
think
the AFC South, it's the Titans and the Colts.
no, it's the Jaguars. Okay, we've had a heated argument today, and this was the Man Cave. Matthew Perkins, Mason Yanoford, I'm Eli, your host. Good night, everybody.